Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people, fellow humans. And as always, we spell that Huemonds, humans, colorful nuts. I choose to believe that's how the Creator thinks of us, not as filthy rags, not with a sinful nature. Just like if you ever just watch an anthill, just watch the ants doing their thing, bumping into one another, here, there, try this, no, how about that? I think that's a better description of how God, how the Creator thinks of us, not we're a sinful nature, you're a thick-necked people, you're like filthy rags. You're so bad I had to kill my son. You're so bad I had to have you kill my son to make up for your badness. What? Yeah, I don't see it that way. But that's okay, because that's not why we're here. We're here to help our students and other people, interested people on their journey through this life in 4 perspectives: physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. But the spiritual we do on the weekend. Not so fast, George Banks. Not so fast. We're only doing 3 things during the week: physical, mental, and emotional. Those are things to focus on if you want to have the best possible experience of this life, the best journey, be physically fit, make sure your body can take your brain where it wants to go, and do things including prestidigitation. Make sure your mind is working properly. You see the world pretty much as it is. ABC, A always, B, C, learning. Always be learning. Right. And let's see what's going on here. Matt Jacobs, iron sharpens iron. Okay. So the morning caustic remark. The morning, let's let the air out of the tires. Good morning, Wat Not a Bevy. How is you? How was golf yesterday? What was the place? Golf place in Jacksonville. She goes to Jacksonville to work at a gym that started in Chula Vista or San Diego, and to play golf at a golf place that's here. Top golf, not bottom golf, not side golf, not horizon golf. This is top golf. Okay, so our focus is the physical, mental, and the emotional. And if we want to time the spiritual, we'd say our life is a gift from God. But the gift is actually 3 gifts. We have the gift, or 4. We have the gift of being alive, being baryonic, being non-spirit, being physical, a spirit inside a physical body. So we have this body that's a wonderful body that has the ability to do fantastic, great things if we take care of it, just like any of our other possessions. We have a brain that's the most complex thing in the universe other than the universe. And we have emotions that are way beyond the emotions of every other creature. Now, Susanna Herculano, I think was at Princeton, the one who nailed the procedure to count brain cells, count the number of neurons in a brain, came up with a unique approach that became the standard. And so now we have cataloged the number of neurons in virtually every creature that has neurons. And we find there's a line. The more neurons you have, the more cognitively able the creature is. So the worm C. elegans with 300 neurons and about 23 connections per neuron, about 7,000, connect them with 7,000, can do far fewer things than a human with, what is it, 13.8 billion? No, 86 billion neurons, something like that. Can do far, far less. All right, so here we are, here to help our students and interested people on their journey through this life. The theme of today, and this is day 2 of week 4. So here we are, day 2. Oh, that was day 1. Day 1. Day 2 in week 4. Is Michael Sugra. Day 2, week 4. Pure leadership. So yesterday was crisis leadership. How do you keep moving forward when everything is crumbling around you and the crew or your people are losing their minds and blaming you? How do you keep moving forward? So we learned that yesterday from Nancy Kane, Harvard Business School professor, and supporter of the school, or advocate of the school. Number 1. Number 2, today is the other end of the spectrum, pure leadership. You can have anything you want. Your wish is their command. Marcus Aurelius, the Emperor of Rome, who happened to be a Stoic philosopher also. So what happens if you put a Stoic philosopher in charge of the Roman Empire for 19 years? What happens? Good or bad? Well, he was good. A lot of troubles in the empire, plagues, famines. It was a tough 19 years, but he made the most of it. Didn't have a good successor. It's unfortunate. And they were kind of locked into things like that. He was adopted. That's how he got there. But his son wasn't so good. I think he lasted about 10 years before they took him out. Okay, so Marcus Aurelius. Let's see what else we got. Let's look at our advice from an 80-year-old. Live your life so your epitaph could read, no regrets. No regrets. Pondering it, I would say that, oh, protein powder and throat. Don't you hate it when that happens? Yeah, just a little, a few little kernels. That's all it takes. No captains, no lieutenants, just a few kernels can make all the difference in the world. Okay, back at it. Back at it. I'm laughing on the bus, LOL. I'm happy, I'm glad that I can entertain you, as Jerry Maguire said to Rod. Glad that I entertain you. Okay, Seth Godin. Because I said so. I'm the boss. This is the quickest and most direct way to manage. In the short run, compliance is predictable and might even be effective. Over time, it's always outdone by the generative and resilient alternative of because it's the course that's most effective, helps us achieve our shared objectives. What? The alternative of. Over time, it's always outdone by the generative and resilient alternative of because it's the course that most effectively helps us achieve our shared objective. That opens the door to the brains and hearts of the community and also the way forward toward better. Weak leaders, bosses, parents, captains, and shift managers resort to authority because they don't trust themselves and their team enough to actually lead. Right. Okay. Why are we doing this? Because it's the course that most effectively helps us achieve our shared objectives. That's the best answer, not because I said so and I'm the boss. Right. Okay. So let's look at our worksheet. Theme of today, moral virtue is enough. That is day 2, week 4. Day 2 of week 4, pure leadership, moral virtue is enough. What does that even mean? What does moral virtue mean? What does moral virtue mean? And while you're pondering that, I would like Nadabevi to put a few words in, put a little ink on paper, a little pixels on screen regarding what was so good about Top Golf and how did you do? Okay. Were you the power slugger or the whiff master? Okay. Moral virtue is enough. What does that mean? Does Matticus von Atticus know what does that mean? Moral virtue is enough. Okay. Very simply, it's do the right thing at the right time for the right reason in the right way. That's it. Okay, I was struggled at first, but got better. There were 2 tables or bays of us, and I was in the table with the ones who didn't know how to play. LOL. I wanted to be at my boss's table, but I was, but I was earlier. I was hitting good and hard by the end. Very fun, good bonding experience. Mm-hmm. Aha. Good to know. So moral virtue, do the right thing in the right way, for the right reason, at the right time. All 4 of those. Because you can do the right thing for the wrong reason. Oops, I meant to do this, but I accidentally did the right thing. You can do the right thing at the wrong time. You can do the wrong thing the right way. So you got to do the right thing in the right way, for the right reason, at the right time. Boom, pull all those together. So you can start by saying, what's the right thing to do right now? Okay, what's my reason for doing the right thing right now? And how should I do the right thing? So doing the right thing gets to be tough when somebody you know or care about is doing the wrong thing. Right, yeah. So I had a discussion with a guy yesterday at lunch that someone we knew had been doing the wrong thing. And the question was, do we say something to him? Who's going to say something, or do we just see if it blows over? Like, well, if nobody else cares, I can't really care. Do the right thing, the right time, for the right reason, in the right way. That's what Marcus Aurelius, one of the things he said to do. Moral virtue is enough. That's all you have to do. Be morally virtuous. Now, another part of the discussion with the guy yesterday was, what do you have to do to get into heaven? And interestingly, kind of came down to, well, what did the scriptures say? What did the scriptures say? Well, when you start saying, well, what did the scriptures say I need to do? Now you are getting into works, right? You're getting away from sola scriptura. And to me, it's very simple. If the Creator becomes incarnate and his dad who sent him says, here, guys, here's all you need. If you want everlasting life, all you need to do is believe him. And the Creator incarnate, i.e. Jesus, says, you need to do 3 basic things. Or there's 3 things and everything else hangs on these. So if you do these 3 things, you're going to do these other things okay, because they hang on it. Love God with all your heart, mind, and soul. Love one another as I have loved you. Make disciples of all nations. That's all you need to do, according to the Creator incarnate. Now, if you start getting into, well, but it also says don't do this and do that, and I'm supposed to read my Bible every day, and I wonder if I don't do this stuff, will I get into heaven? Well, that's for another day. Today, moral virtue is enough. Let's focus on that. Doing the right thing. Where is it I have trouble doing the right thing? Where do I have trouble doing that? That would be the question. I saw a Huberman thing this morning about how to have better mind focus, and he talked about 2 techniques, which I'll describe briefly. First, vision, and second, kind of introspection. I think he called it that, or interception or something. So, vision, we have 2 types of vision, focused and panoramic. And he said, do an exercise, do focus on panoramic vision. Practice that. I think he said you only need to do it once, but I think it would be a thing to practice where you don't focus on things, you kind of let your peripheral vision go, you take in more stuff. When you focus, you're just looking at a little thing. So have a panoramic view, become aware of all of the stuff in front of you. He says what's going on in our brain becomes a lot more because we have to process more information. The second thing, interception. Close your eyes 17 minutes and just become aware of everything around you, of your chair, of your breathing. He said you need to do that once. Sort of a form of meditation. Okay, well, we're going to call it a day. Good bonding experience. And Matt's thing is not, Matt's parting words are not exactly. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, just looking at some of the comments. Okay, we're going to call it, people. Thank you for being there.